Owning your job is an attitude that can boost your performance and increase your value. I'll explain that in this video. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg of Optimus Performance, bringing you practical tips and ideas on leadership, team development, and employee performance in the workplace. Before I get into the topic of this video, I just want to mention that I do have some online training programs that are priced very well, and they go into more depth into topics like goal setting, writing and using a job description, and hiring and selecting top employees. And for those watching this video, I'm offering a 50% reduction for a limited time, and you could use the code SMART. I'll put that in the description of this video and where to access those training programs. Owning your job is a kind of like a concept or a mindset that everybody can adapt, whether you're an employee or also a manager. We need to own our jobs, meaning that we take full responsibility for the performance that we put forth in the job. And the first thing to be able to actually own the job is to make sure that you like what you do and you're good at it. So you want to find a job that matches your top skill set and that you enjoy the work. And I would stretch it to say even love the work. And part of that is also to make sure that you work for the right company, that your style of working and your attitude, your values are aligned with that company. The second thing is to make sure that you understand your responsibilities. And I broke those down into 4 areas. I talked about that in my last video. You could check that out. But it's basically knowing what your tasks are and how well to perform them, how to work with other people, taking initiative, and then communicating with management. The third thing is to develop that be your own boss attitude. So you are like a business in itself. I made a video about this topic a while back called You Incorporated. So you just put your name, Stephen Inc. is mine. And, you know, your business is your knowledge, your skills, your experience, all wrapped up into you. And you go to work every day and you deliver that to your company, to your customer. So you are a supplier of your talents and abilities to your customer, the company you work for. We don't see that normally. Employees don't view themselves as that, even managers. But that's really what it is. If you look at it that way, you're going to look at, okay, I'm selling my talents and abilities to my customer in return for money and benefits. If I want more money and benefits, I got to increase my assets, my value. And so taking on that mindset changes your perspective of what you bring to your customer, to your employer. And it's not only just about your skill set, but your attitude comes into play there. So there's a lot of things that you want to consider. How can you boost yourself, your total assets that you deliver to your customer, which is your employer? The fourth thing, and that kind of ties into what I was just talking about, is knowing yourself. What are your strengths and your weaknesses? Knowing your personality, understanding what drives certain behaviors. Where do you excel and where are you less capable? You know, some people have that people skill and are good working with others, maybe persuading others, and thus maybe are in sales or customer service. Others are more technical. So where is your strengths, and where do you need to compensate in order to perform well on the job? The fifth thing to own your job is to always keep improving. Kind of ties into the other things I was just mentioning, but keep improving is also a mindset that you want to develop. How can I be better? I know I have a thirst for that. I don't know where it came from, but I guess it came from wanting to understand things, understand life, and somehow that translated into wanting to be better at whatever it is I do. Now, of course, there's certain things I'm better suited for than others, and that is something that's part of knowing yourself. What are you best suited for, and what do you enjoy doing, and then how can you maximize that, become continuously better at it. And for that, you want to develop good habits. I mentioned in a few videos previously about habit development. I read the book Atomic Habits. That got me really excited to work on a new habit, and that's working out really well. So what are the new habits you need to develop or goals to set to keep improving? So that's what I call the 5 things you need to consider to own your job. The more you own your job, you have that attitude, the more valuable you become to your employer. I'll just summarize those again. So the first thing is to make sure you like what you do and that you're good at it. The second thing is to understand your responsibilities and assume them. The third thing is to have a be your own boss attitude. So understand that you are delivering your talents and abilities in exchange for money and benefits from your employer, who's your customer. The fourth thing is to develop a deep understanding of yourself, knowing yourself, your strengths and your weaknesses. And the fifth thing is to keep improving, develop better habits, and work on developing your skill set and your attitude. So I hope you look at that list of 5 things and choose one where you want to focus on right now, and perhaps set a goal of what you want to achieve, or look at developing a new habit for that. Check out some of the related videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the articles that go along with these videos on my website. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk again soon.